It's all on the table. 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 We ain't gon' walk around it. Oh no. We ain't gon' talk about it. Let's go. We ain't gon' walk around it. Oh no. We ain't gon' talk about it. Let's go. It's all on the table. 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 It's raw assassin. He gon' bring it like a DoorDash. Every Thursday at noon, it's about to be a blast. We put it all on the table like a smorgasbord. And it don't matter the subject, it can be explored. Yeah, it's really on and he going strong. Don't bring the kids cause we talking grown. Bring your opinion, don't matter if it's right or it's wrong. We preaching the topic, it's on. It's all on the table. 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 We ain't gon' walk around it. Oh no. We ain't gon' talk about it. Let's go. We ain't gon' walk around it. Oh no. We ain't gon' talk about it. Let's go. It's all on the table. 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 It's all on the table.
Feeling like standing in bitch. Everybody turn the same old shit. Year after year like Madden. Hit the plug up, say you got a new flavor. But it's just the same old shit, new packet. Brand new packet. Niggas start lying, doing all that capping. Turn on the TV, game they live. Brand new unit, same old file. Open up the fridge, scan one time. Same old shit, change my mind. Money hit the bed, I lay it on down. Hotline blinking, I let it keep ringing. Shout keep calling, back to back to back. Like shout what a problem, she never stop talking. Yada yada yada, it's the same old gossip. He say, she say, shout I'm a cheapskate. Time is money, and money can't afford it. In other words, bitch, get to the point. Shit so annoying. Scroll like G, it's the same old noise. Brand new kid, same old story. Brand new dance, same old chorus. Brand new colors, same old Jordans. Same old shit like Madden. Same old wrist, new pattern. Same old shit, new packet. Same old brick, new addict. Same old bitch, new fatty. Same old bitch, new fatty. Same old shit like Madden. Same old stick, new maggot. Same old pig, new badges. Same old shit, new caskets. Same old shit like Madden. Same old money, new fashion. Brand new hunters, I'm flashing. I need about 100 more bags here. Hit my lawn, 4 in the morning, corner to corner, same old shit. Brand new boss, but the same old kid. Fuck it, I'ma quit, run it up quick, got a plug on the fit. Same old scale, yeah, the one that got the glitch. The one that got the glitch. Ladies love money on my LL shit. Old school swag with the Kango twist. Cocaine white, no top forces, no top Porsche. Same old wish, same old bitch. Brand new ass, same old tips, but I ain't gon' judge. Motherfucking law so corrupt. Same old verdict, never lock 'em up. Brand new pastor, brand new churches. Same old march for injustice. Same old drink when I step. I don't need to tell them top shelf. Money get the feeling it. Double Long Island with the limited. Same old Ralph, new edition but it's limited. But I ain't gon' flex. I'm talking about the same old shit like the next. But shit hit different when you say it with your check. I say it to your face before I say it on the neck, bitch. Same old shit like Madden. Same old wrist, new pattern. Same old shit, new packet. Same old brick, new addict. Same old bitch, new fatty. Same old bitch, new fatty. Same old shit like Madden. Same old stick, new maggot. Same old pig, new badges. Same old shit, new caskets. Same old shit like Madden. Same old money, new fashion. Brand new hunters, I'm flashing. I need about 100 more bags here.
I can throw one.
What's motherfucking poppin'? We back in the building. Your boy Ross says All on the Table podcast. Coming at you live each and every motherfucking Thursday, but y'all already know every now and then I switch it up and I bring some motherfuckers that I know y'all want to hear. Right. The reason I know you motherfuckers want to hear this nigga, because I've been listening to this nigga. And y'all know I don't be endorsing but so many motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So I had the fortunate pleasure of meeting this guy on somebody else's podcast. Shout out to my bad, Savagely Humble.
Yeah.
Was co-hosting on her shit one day. It's a Hard Not Like podcast. Make sure y'all check out when y'all get a chance. And I heard this guy on there, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go check some music out. And the boy gained a fan right there on the spot.
Yes.
So y'all know that says a lot coming from me.
Yeah.
So we got the ball, motherfucking Money Mac, No K,
Okay,
in the
bro. Hey, look, you
motherfucking
can't forget the
building.
no K. You can't forget the no K. They're like the Weezy F baby. You gotta
Listen,
say, yeah, you gotta say the no K, man. No K in the building.
see,
And
I'm the
that
type
money, man.
motherfucker. Me personally, I hate when a motherfucker, if a nigga got a sentence for his name, say the whole goddamn sentence. Don't
Yeah,
say what you want to say. Cause
yeah.
now, if I just say Money Mac and you search for Money Mac, we ain't gonna find
Hey, you gonna find. I'm gonna come up with. You gonna have to rake through some shit.
you.
There's a bunch of Money Max out there now. I didn't realize that before I chose the name. I didn't know that.
Hey, but throwing that No K on there might
Yeah,
help you
I'm
out.
the
You know what
only
I'm
no
saying?
K. I'm the only
So,
no K. Yeah.
speaking of, why are you Money Mac No K? Break that down for us. Let us know what
Ooh.
the fuck that means.
All right. Money Mac. Well, mainly most of the Max is spelled with MACK. That's typically what it is. Mine is MACC. Ain't no gang shit. It's an acronym, man. Is Malcolm always, and then it's two random C words. It can be cool and collected. It can be counting cash. You feel what I'm saying? It can be whatever it is. It's just Money Mac. That persona came on maybe like a couple of years ago. Got there just being out, partying, got there living the life. And that motherfucking brown liquor get up in you. And suddenly I turned into hey man, it's all on me, man. What y'all want? What y'all trying to do? I done woke up my homeboys and my girl got my debit card because they like, bro, you just go swiping like you don't care. And they're like, oh shit, there go Money Mac. Money Mac coming out again. So yeah, that's where the Money Mac come from. I just throw the no K on there so they don't confuse it.
You know what? I fucks with that. I actually fucks with that. A
Yeah.
lot of motherfuckers be like, oh, my name came from this fucking great place out the sky. The gods gave it to me. And
No,
I fucks with that. That means you
no.
actually, first of all, you actually living through your name.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can respect that.
yeah. I couldn't be no Money Mac no K until I actually went out there and lived. You can exaggerate some shit from time to time, but you don't really know the real vibes and the details of the little shit that the ballers actually they know when they hear your story. They're like, he ain't really living that shit. Because if he was, he would know how this feel. It wouldn't be that.
Right.
So I had to wait, and then it just come up. I was like, all right, cool, fuck it, let's go.
Okay. Where you from, man?
Atlanta, born and raised. West side born, east side raised.
Okay.
Yeah, jump back and forth.
Coming out of Atlanta with actual bars.
Hey, hold on.
That's not something motherfuckers say too often, man.
Hey, look. So you're not the only person to say that. It's a DJ that I fuck with, man. Shout out to Big Sale. Got down Time to Grind Radio, man. That's one of his things. That's how he recognized me. He was like, yo, can y'all believe this boy is from Atlanta? Like, it ain't a lot of Atlanta folk kicking lyrics like that. And I'm gonna say, and every time you say it, it's a compliment, but at the same time, we do be out here like that. A lot of us just ain't got on because Atlanta is known for a certain type of sound.
Yeah.
So you coming in with a different sound, like they don't really rock with you. You got to be a part of that crowd for them to bring you on. You're gonna have to go through a bunch of bullshit when you're not in that crowd like that. But it's actually a lot of Atlanta niggas that really do be having bars. It's easier to get on when you talking about perks.
If you telling me it's a lot of niggas down there sounding like you, I might have to start doing
Oh
my
no.
research.
Hold on. Hold up. Nah, they ain't sounding like me, but they got bars. Yeah.
All right. I'm glad you clarified that shit because I about to be on my research joint tonight, like Atlanta niggas down underground Atlanta niggas.
There's a few on that I connect with that song wise they got great quality, and when you listen to their lyrics, they be punching. So them, I go out of my way to listen to them. But everybody else, somebody might have to put me on to them if they not on my type of lyrical level. Yeah.
So you say it's motherfuckers down there, but if you out there with the lyrics, they ain't really rocking with you like that.
Nah.
So being as though that's the vibe, like how did you really get your start down there? Like how did you how was you able to get it popping since motherfuckers really wasn't trying to hear the lyrics down there?
I forced them. Yeah, is you not gonna be able to get rid of me like that. It's awkward at times because like it's one thing like when you see everybody, at the open mics and at the little shows and shit, the people before you, everybody got down rocking, they doing their shit, and then when you get up there, they just looking. And at first it was a bad thing because it's like, fuck, I feel like I'm killing the vibe in here. Until I realized now my music is actually vibing. Niggas is just stuck because I'm listening. I can hear every word that you're saying. So I had to start embracing it. Like, hell, if you actually are dancing through my shit, well then that means I'm not saying nothing worth listening to. That's how I start looking at it.
You wanted something, baby.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, because I got a good ear for beats and I got a good feel for rhythm. So when I put my shit together, you gonna feel it. It's just sometimes my music isn't for first time live performances. A lot of my music, you gotta hear that shit on SoundCloud or on Spotify or something. If you came in there to support somebody else or to vibe out, dance, get drunk, and because when I get on, that drunk brain gonna kick in, and you gonna tune me out because you saying too many words and I can't get
it. Speak for the niggas down there where you at, because I can tell you now, you come to Philly, you get on the stage. If you ain't saying nothing, niggas start walking away from the stage. And they ain't gonna boo you. They ain't gonna boo you. They ain't gonna do none of that. You gonna just see everybody walking away. They ain't because you got to be saying something worth listening to. Like it got to be something behind your words. Like you got to, even if it's just a hook, something got to have words that make me say, "Oh shit!" Like I said, the day I was introduced to you and I'm listening to your music, I'm bopping, but at the same time, I'm zoned in actually listening to the words. I'm listening to the message. I'm listening to the story, and I'm like, damn, hold up. That's why I had to say, hold up. You sure you from Atlanta, my nigga? Like you sure you was born and raised down there?
Yeah, I've actually been wanting to do that for a while though, man. Like just go up to New York or go to Philly, go to Jersey, and just be in the crowd where my style actually fits more up there. I just ain't went up there to do it yet. I got fans up north.
Beat wise, you could see the Atlanta influence. Lyrically, you don't. So where do you pull your influence for your penmanship?
A lot of battle rap, actually, because I said on the It's a Hard Knock Life podcast, like I really started getting into it with Cassidy versus Freeway. That's when I was like, but I'm not even writing songs. I'm just writing punchlines, just 4-bar setups, 6-bar setups, little shit like that. Or I might write a punchline just to end and don't know how I'm gonna get to it. I'll figure that out later. So a lot of my pen comes from battle rap, like New Jersey Twerk, Sue Surf, JC. Rest in peace, Pat Stay, man. Like people that know battle rap, they know Rum Nitty. Like these type of pens is literally every bar you gonna get something. And bar 1 gonna connect all the way to bar 13 if you just listening. So yeah, that's where my pen influence comes. Rhythm wise, I stick more to mainstream. The Drakes, Wale, Big Sean, T.I. a little bit. Being that I'm from Atlanta, you would think it would be more T.I., but that's just not how it pulled me.
I think the later T.I. got in his career, he started pulling more towards that South influence. But in the beginning, you could listen to his voice and tell he was from the South. But if you just listen to his penmanship, you'd have never known that boy was from the South. Yeah. And you definitely give off that vibe. Like you got that Atlanta slang, you got that Atlanta slur, but with your words, with your cadence, with your wordplay, with just the story you telling, you don't give off that I'm an Atlanta nigga. You don't give off that I'm just a club nigga. I want to pop perks and fuck bitches. Like you
Yeah,
don't
no.
get that vibe off.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I didn't come up that way.
I heard too many times you bigging up the fact that you a good dad. Like niggas don't say shit like that in they motherfucking music.
No, not at all. No, not at all, man. Not at all. And I learned that from just listening to other A&Rs and other studio heads, on their podcasts or on their stories or whatnot. They just giving a little advice. Like Ugly Money. I've heard him plenty of times be like, the main problem is you never too old to rap, or it's never a wrong time as long as you find your crowd and you be what you are on the daily. If you are a good dad, be that. It's gonna be plenty of people that's gonna rock with that. If
Thanks.
you're a nigga that do pop perks all day and you sit at the damn corner store asking who want the gas, be that if that's what you're gonna be. So at first, I definitely, especially starting out, I was gun bar heavy. Never touched a 4.5 before that point. Right at the time I started, I'm talking about I'm 14, talking about clapping Desert Eagles and shit. Nigga, you ain't never touched the Desert Eagle. What you doing? So, like, trying to get up out of that and just finding a better way, a relatable way to promote who I actually am as a person. Now, yeah, I can rap some gun bars, but I'd rather rap some money shit, or I'd rather talk to the women, because that's something that I've always had going for me coming up. That's where Macc started. Money Macc started later on in life. So that's been my thing. Like, I can sweet talk a motherfucker, or I can use some real life shit.
It's funny you say that about the gun bars, because like I keep trying to tell motherfuckers, gun bars ain't the only bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like me personally, it's hard for me to listen to battle rap anymore because it's all gun bars.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is. Like, so it's like, damn, you mean to tell me you couldn't think of nothing else?
Yeah.
You had 6 months. You had 6 months to plan to battle this one motherfucker, and this is all you could come up with.
Right. 80% gun bars.
Like, goddamn, you know what I mean? Like, can I get something else?
Yeah. Nah, it's definitely the easiest route to take, because the only thing that sells better than violence is sex. So if you're not talking about guns, you're talking about fucking somebody, bitch. But I can get more creative with how I can cause your demise than talk about different ways that I'm fucking your bitch. You feel me? It's easy to come up with violence. So I don't fault people for doing it. I fault you for not being creative with how you do it. Like I was listening to a song. I can't remember the name of it. So it was like a random song that came on. And the first line was, "I'ma shoot a nigga in the face." And I'm like, at this point in time, why ain't nobody substituted nigga? That was the first question I had. Why ain't nobody substituted nigga? I've never heard a black person get on a rap song and immediately be like, "I'm gonna shoot this cracker in the face." That shit just don't happen.
True.
You immediately went to let me hurt my brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I can't respect it, or at least have a more creative way of killing somebody. But they're doing neither. They gonna say the same shit over and over, and that's why I'm like,
man, creativity nowadays is in the toilet, man. People don't even think. People don't even try to be creative no more. It's like, oh, he said it, I'm gonna say it too. Fuck it.
Yeah, I might just say it a different way.
And niggas ain't even saying. Motherfuckers ain't even saying it a different way. They just like, fuck it. I'm saying it exactly how that motherfucker said.
To a different beat. That's it. I'm saying shit to a different beat.
Hopefully you ain't hear that motherfucker, because I'm gonna say it too.
Yeah. Nah, that's and that's but that's once again why I do like battle rap, because they are creative with it. And they'll pull some shit way over there and make it connect way over here. And
Fact.
I'm like, all right, it just expands my creativity. So now when
Makes
I
sense.
am writing the song, it helps flow a little bit better, which also will help me with coming up with new words to rhyme or different combinations to rhyme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning for a little bit. When did you actually start rapping?
14.
Okay. At what point did you actually
12.
you started rapping at 12?
I started rapping at 12. It was trash.
I was about to get there. I was about to get there. Because I love when motherfuckers tell me they first shit was hot, so I could be like, fuck out of here.
Nah.
You started spit when you was 12. When did you actually get in the booth?
18.
How was that? How was that first experience getting in a booth, like actually hearing yourself, being in front of that mic for the first time? A fucking hopefully you had a good engineer that was like, no, nigga, you fucking up. Say that shit like this. Yo, pick that shit up. Yo, what the fuck is you doing in there?
I didn't get that until like early 20s.
So you had niggas that just wanted to take your money. You ain't have motherfuckers that was actually working.
Just go in there and spit. Just go in there and spit. The first time it was cinematic.
Okay.
Like they had the lights like slightly dim, big ass window, like it was a official studio. It was like right there, like well, shit, you don't know exactly where it is, but
I'm about to say I don't know shit about Atlanta, baby.
It's like downtown ish, like off MLK, man. And I go in there and it was actually some like Jacket for Beat shit. And I was doing it over Dipset Best Out. I remember that. And that was when I was heavy into my New York influence. So I'm in the booth with the motherfucking hat low in this bitch, like in that moment. Like I had that bitch super low, that bitch with the hoodie on. And I was just like, yo, let's get it. And they're like, okay, you done did this before. The one thing I remember them saying is, you have a natural voice. My delivery was hit or miss. Lyrically at the time, I was hit or miss. But you have a voice that makes me want to hear what you're saying. So utilize that. And after that one, then it was just like playing around with homeboys and shit. You know, I was in a group for like 4 days, and yeah, that shit just it didn't work out that way. It didn't work out that way. I felt like we were just on totally different levels, pen wise, and it just didn't make no sense to be in the song. Like
I can understand
my other homeboy, it was me and my homeboy group. We mixed in with another group. So me and my homeboy, like we'll spar, so our pen is somewhere in the same level. But the other ones, it was like, nah, I'm not doing this. I can't do this. And then it just kept going. I kind of got up out of there for a little bit, where I would just sit down and write. I stay up late.
Let me ask you this: you said the engineer told you that you had a voice, so use it, right? At what point did you actually find that voice? Because it's one thing to write, it's another thing to be in the booth. But once you get in the booth the first time, that's when you actually start perfecting your craft.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's when you go back and you listen to that song that you did, and it's like, all right, I fucked up this word. I was a little off right there. Damn, my voice sound like this. And every beat, your voice gonna sound a little different. So at some point, you got to figure out, like, all right, how do I project? How do I make every song sound like me? So at what point did you find that portion of yourself?
Man, that might have been about 6 or 7 years after I started. So I'm thinking 24. Yeah, about 24 was about the time that I started doing it, because that's when I started recording myself. So I wait till everybody left the house. I didn't set it up in the closet and shit doing my thing. And I would listen to it and just have to keep on redoing it, getting frustrated with why it don't sound as cool on the record as it does in my head. So at a certain point, I just stopped and was like, all right, let me just start saying anything. I just make some random ass noises, freestyle a little bit if I can get the vibe. But what I need to do is get comfortable with projecting and realizing that nobody's here. Just get comfortable with that. I'll get comfortable with doing it when people are here later on. But right now, I got to get comfortable with hearing myself, hearing the cracks in the voice, hearing what sounds smoother, what gives it more air, like learning how to do all of that shit. So yeah, that was about 23, 24 when that finally happened. And I did my first mixtape. Bunch of jacking for beat shaker. That's when Wayne was doing his jacking for beat. So it was the easiest thing to do. Just find some shit, rip it, go on. And I did that whole mixtape. And around that time is when I started finding that I could take it down an octave. Like at first I was like really up in here trying to, I tried to kick it and run it. And it got to a point where it was almost cringy. So I had to stop and just really vibe out with it and get an understanding of you ain't got to be that hype. Everybody's not that hype. Like at a point I was recording like I was performing, which from time to time I still got to get out because when I'm doing it, it's like, all right, when I'm up on stage, I want it to all sound like in harmony. You feel me? But it don't work like that when you recorded it down here trying to rap with that cap. And then you got to project now and it don't hit the same on the record when you're projecting. So I just started recording how I would perform it. But every song can't do that. So up until recently, I almost had to reset because it was like, yeah, I found my voice back then. That was my young band voice. What's your grown up? You done been through some shit now. Years of smoking and drinking and yelling and getting frustrated and road rage and all this shit working on my voice. Now I can't hit them notes like I used to. Now you got to find you a new voice. I actually just got that back. Funny thing, so I just came back from vacation. I went to like a little cabin and shit, right? This week was the first time I've recorded since September of last year.
Oh shit!
Because in September,
so I take it. We got a project coming soon.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
I definitely got.
Yeah, we ain't, don't put nothing out there in the atmosphere yet. We'll bring you back for that. Don't worry about it.
No, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I got back into the spirit and I was like, all right, cool. But what happened was I did a bunch of shows, me and my homeboy. We was like on a mini tour type shit. I was the smooth type and he's more of the hype type. And he had a song that was buzzing. And he would go first and then I go after him. And, we just kind of hype man each other.
Mm-hmm.
And one week we was going in, like, I want to say the third show. And that bitch went out on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I'm sitting up here yelling because he had more of like a song that almost felt like a rager type shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm on some smooth shit. And then they wanted to do an encore with his shit. And like, so I did an ad lib for him and I felt it when it went out. Wow. And I still had to do my set 2 whole songs.
Wow.
Ugly. That bit was ugly.
Wow.
Because I had to do the pledge. So I'm trying to I do it for me. And I can't do that shit now.
So wow. Like, you know what's crazy? I'm thinking to myself. First of all, let me ask you this. You got 3 phases of music as an artist. Mm. You got the creative phase when you sitting back, you writing, you putting your pen to the pad, you thinking, you fucking drinking, chain smoking cigarettes, fucking
right.
Walking around your goddamn house or whatever you do to get your process, you got that phase, that writing phase. Mm-hmm. Then you got that phase where you in front of the booth. If you actually, from what I hear, you're a perfectionist in your craft, and
Yeah.
hopefully a lot of motherfuckers take what I'm about to say and listen to it. You not the type. Hopefully, you're not the type motherfucker. I'm gonna just lay the song. The song is done. Especially you recording yourself. That means you can lay the song, listen to it. Hold up, I fucked up. Let me go fix this.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to it. Hold up, let me change this. Hold up. So that one song, yeah, you can get that shit done in an hour, but maybe it take 3-4 days of making sure that song is right before that song is getting there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the production phase.
Right.
Then you got the crowd phase, the stage phase, getting the crowd going crazy. You getting that adrenaline. You wilding the fuck out. You acting a monkey. He's watching motherfuckers go ape shit, saying his shit back to you. All of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which one of those phases do you like the most?
Definitely the stage phase.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is that?
My performance phase, it's a different type of feeling up there, man. When they vibing with you and you see that shit. And everything just seems to be going perfectly, just flowing together. Ain't nothing better than that.
I kind of figured you was gonna say that because every single song that I've heard from you, I feel like I could see you on stage going crazy. Like you see your
Yeah.
song itself, your song itself, your songs itself seem like they just instantly bring out a natural crowd starter, hyper, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it. Like I could see your stage presence gotta be crazy when you playing this song, like the pledge. Like that's not one of them songs where you could just stand there like this. No, like you gotta be, I do it for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Bitch, I'm a dog. Bitch, I'm a
Yeah,
dog.
nah,
You know what I
the
mean? Like
pledge,
you gotta go ape shit with that shit. Like
the
you
pledge.
can't call yourself a chupacabra and you standing there like this. You
Yeah,
know what I
you can't
mean?
do that.
Like
Nah, you can't do that. Nah.
yeah,
The pledge is probably my favorite song to perform.
I
Because
can imagine.
that's the only song that every time I perform it, everything comes together. Except for the time that my voice went out. That's about it. But everything else, like Cakewalk is fun.
I could see. Crazy part is I don't like a lot of the new wave super dance shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I'm listening to words. So the beat is just drawing me in as I'm listening to your words.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna get into it. Keep going though.
Yeah. The pledge, everything always comes together with that one. I remember one time I was doing the pledge and I didn't know that they was gonna have a live drummer there. Man, that's by
Oh
far my
wow.
favorite performance. By far, like that's one of the few performances where I was actually sweating by the time I got off stage.
Wow.
Yeah, like we was like standing up on tables, we got down rocking the crowd. That was a fun night right there. Then you get off and that roar from people who don't know you, and they are only there to support the person they came with, and they showing you that kind of love.
Ain't nothing like stealing another
Ain't
nigga
nothing
fans.
like that, man. Ain't nothing like that. So I remember the first time that I got it, that I got that feeling, and it's funny because it didn't end the way I wanted it to. But I was doing like this open mic type of competition. You win, they fly you out, whatever. And it's the first time I've ever performed, and I'm jumping in front of people. And at the time, I'm up there, zero. Looking back at it, that shit is cringe as fuck. No swag. I had on like a fucking jacket, like a 3-4-year-old jacket, some old ass J's. Goddamn, the pants looked like they might have been dingy if you put the right light on them. Like I just went up there just like on my underground shit, had the hoodie on for most part,
some fucking shit. Let's go.
Fucking oversized thermal shirt. Like you got a thermal shirt on for nigga. and I start and I'm rapping and I see people coming from the back, like they had like a 2-side bar. From the other side of the building, they coming around and they rushing this fucking stage. and everybody's there, and I hear them, they rap it back, sell them on it. I knew I won this shit because when I got off, the other people in the competition was like, "Yeah, bro, you got this."
Wow.
It ain't nothing we can do with you with that one. And I
Wow.
lost. Not only did I lose, I didn't even place top 3.
So basically, the panel was full of motherfuckers who knew other people that was performing. That's what that means. Because
That's what
when
I
the
feel.
artist when an artist step off stage and all the rest of the artists is like, "Yo, bro, you got it."
Yeah, it ain't
You know what I
nothing we can
mean?
do with you. I was like, yeah, I was ready. I had some fam there, like everybody was there. They was like, yo, we cannot wait. And when I didn't win, at first, you know, that's like I said, that's the first time I performed. And typically, whenever I perform anything, poetry, fucking class speeches, it didn't matter. Just growing up, I was always the best one to do it. So for me, just the first loss that I done took, and I'm taking it in the public eye. So being young, I can't goddamn wig out. Oh man, this shit red, bro. No, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember them going up there talking. Bigger Rankin was there, and they had like a whole scoring system and shit. Nobody gave me above a 6.
Wow.
I'm talking about stage presence, everything. I'm like, it's no way they just saw what I saw and what everybody else saw, and they didn't give me a book. But it is what it is. And while Bigger Rankin was talking to the dude that did win, I took the time and I stood up there on that stage. Everybody's walking out, they exited and everything. And I'm just looking around. I was like, yeah, nah, I need that. Yeah, I need that one again.
Mm-hmm.
I came back 6 months later, won it. They flew me out and everything. I was like, all right, cool. This one feels good.
Mm-hmm.
And now I need it now. There may be a deeper reason why it resonates so much to me, but
sometimes taking that L actually make you a little bit more hungry.
Yeah,
because it could have just been one of those situations like you said. I'm not used to losing, so man, I'm just naturally being me. So now it's like, hold up, my natural me ain't enough. All right, let me take it up a notch on you, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
and show y'all what it really is.
Because I definitely asked a particular panelist. Because you know, when you take that loss, I'm big on, you know, it's a lesson to it. So what do I need to learn? So I'm like, okay, so you know, how can I get better? Like, what's something that you feel like I need to work on? And he looked me right in my eye and said, just get better. And then walked off. And I was like, all right, well, I don't know what the fuck that means, but
wow. Again, he probably knew somebody already.
Yeah.
And he was
all
right, fuck that. I ain't helping you get better.
He ended up signing the dude that won. He signed him like maybe like a couple months later.
I can't hear you, cuz.
And somebody, hold on, did it go out? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No? Not yet?
Hold on, let me make sure it ain't me.
Yeah, it ain't muted. You can't hear me still?
No, it was me. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's you. All right, yeah. Yeah, he ended up signing them like a couple months later. The record that he won with flopped. So I'm like, all right, karma, whatever.
Wow.
But look, you could have had money. You could have had money before he was money.
Wow.
Yeah, this is before I was Money Macc. So I went by a whole different name early on. Yeah. Wow. That was fun. That was fun.
Hey, that's what happens, man. It is what the fuck it is, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad you did lose.
Yeah.
Because it made you hungry. That sometimes you need that little bit of fire. You need that little bit of fire under you to be like, all right, you know what? Let me take it up another notch. Sometimes that next notch is where you need to be, and you don't know it yet. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And so that's something that I'm trying to do. It's like a showcase that they got out here in Atlanta called a shit show. Where, you know, it's basically a harsh version of the Apollo.
Oh, wow.
And the people actually come there to boo you, and they got these pillows, these like little throw pillows about that big. It's the shit emoji. And if they don't like you, then they throw the goddamn shit emojis at you. And they will boo the fuck out of you. It's almost like I want to experience just so I can know what it feels like to be booed. because I've never been booed before. And I kind of want to see if what I'm gonna do is gonna overtake their urge to boo. Like, we can't boo this nigga. He is what he is. That is good. So I'm about to get ready to go do all that. I got a year plan.
Roger.
I got a year plan. Yeah.
So I wanna get into a few songs. I want you to break down the influence, the mindset, wherever you was at when you was writing this joint. Like whatever got you to putting this song together. Because I don't listen to too many of your songs and I don't hear something behind it. Like you don't, most of your songs don't strike me as I just was writing just to say I was writing type shit.
Yeah, nah, that don't happen. That's that's where it comes from. When, how you say, it annoys you when niggas talk about their names, where it came from, like, oh, the gods gave it to me. That's literally where the lyrics come from. I don't have an idea what I'm gonna say. All I know is when I hear the beat, I get the goosebumps, and that's the spirits being like, hey, this one right here. Even if you ain't got the words right now, save it right here. It have been songs that I done had the beat for about a year and then come back and be like, damn, all the words just here now.
Shout out to my nigga Cash Money. He'll tell you that motherfucker sent me a beat, and like 7 months later, I'm like, yo, I wrote something to this beat, and he like, what beat is you? He didn't forgot he even sent me the motherfucker.
Right?
Like,
nah, it's real.
That should be crazy. So we're gonna start off with Pete Rose.
Ooh, all right. Pete Rose, the influence. Having to get up to go drive Lyft at 4 a.m. was the beginning of Pete Rose. Roll out the bed and get it, Charlie Hustle. That was the beginning of it. And understanding that I'm reaching a point in life where it's not gonna be easy and you can't make it easy. Like, you finna have to go out there and you're gonna have to do some shit that you don't typically do, because working a regular 9 to 5 got you struggling. And now you got a daughter. So what you gonna do? You just gonna keep hoping that they gonna give you the hours, or you gonna keep hoping that it don't rain so that you can do the project that you gotta do? Nah, you gotta get up and go get it. So yeah, so that's where Pete Rose came from. And then, of course, wanting to have a song based around the punchline of "Bet on Myself, nigga, Pete Rose." So that's where the beginning of the writing stage came from. Like, all right, let's look up some shit about Pete Rose and how do I put it in here but still be talking about me. Charlie Hustle is what they used to call him. You feel me? Presidential heads up in the duffel. Let me get it. I see red up in the field. I'm destructive because he played for the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah. So it's C and then it's red. I see red up in the field. I'm destructive. So I'm like, all right, let me just goddamn keep on clicking with it. And after the initial punchlines, then it became, how are you betting on yourself? Like, they like, bro, like, you too green for this shit. But that's the fact that I'm struggling is why I'm out here doing this shit. So I'm gonna be green. Everybody was green at one point, and then they learned how to do it. But that's why I say, hey, look, they don't know the struggles I'm troubled with got me bleeding and shit. Like, I'm green to it, but the way I'm doing it, you like, all right, bro, you got a natural kind of hustler spirit about you. So, all right, shit, we'll fuck with you. Let's see what you got. What you working with? All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with Cakewalk.
Cakewalk. I just like that one. I like the beat. No particular story at the time. I've been working on it for a while. I had a whole different hook. I don't even remember the hook to it. And I actually came up with the hook, like the current hook for it, by messing up on the other one and thinking that I had erased it. And when I went back to play it, I thought I had re-recorded, and I had only like erased part of it. And when it hit, it was like, I heard it all the way. I'm like, okay, now I'm just gonna move this over here, double that up, and I'm gonna put some simple in because I sometimes I overcomplicate my hooks because my lyrics are overcomplicated.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta realize now the hook is what hooked them. If you trying to fish with a hook that goddamn S curl and do it, you ain't gonna catch no damn fish. Just put
Right.
them up in there. Cool.
Right.
Um,
This
yeah.
morning I was in the gym
Mm.
and I needed a little bit of extra motivation while I was in there this morning. So I threw the pledge on and I listened to that motherfucker for about 30 minutes.
Hey man, that's real,
I
dog.
just kept running that motherfucker
Hey,
back.
that's real, bro. It be little things like that. I'd be like, yeah, I appreciate that. I make songs just to hear other people say that, even if
Yeah.
it's not a whole bunch of people.
So I need you to let everybody know, because I know you told me the story already, but that's a real ass story and a real ass song. And I need motherfuckers to get that motherfucker some plays right there.
Yeah. So hey, look, last say, man, it was I just lost the job 2017. My daughter was born, and I'm sitting there like her mama then started going back to work. And I remember I had the studio over there. I done went and bought all the shit and had to record it in like 3-4 days. And I'm sitting up there with my daughter in hand, a bottle of fucking milk, and I'm playing MLB 2017. Like, why are you just sitting on your ass right now?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it hit me, like, instantly. Why are you sitting on your ass right now? And I go over there and I put the beat on and I'm listening. And I'm just walking around the house and I'm holding my daughter and I'm looking in the mirror. I got a fucking lion tattoo right here. That's another reason why I say I see a lion. I see a king. I'm a Leo. Like, now I see this shit, bro. Like, you're stronger than you think. Get your ass up and go move. Like, what you gonna say? Like I say, what you gonna wait on the rain to stop? Nah, you can't do that. You can't explain that to her. Get your ass up and go get it done. And all the people that care about me, that's in my ear, like, yo, don't stop doing this. Don't stop doing that. You got to keep going. It's like, all right, let me talk to them. Mom, I got it. Dad, Pop, I got it. I got all this. Baby mama, look, don't worry about it. We over here with this. Like, let me instill confidence in myself that will instill confidence in y'all. So whether it pop off or it don't pop off, you won't look at me and say, damn, you didn't really try. So that's what the pledge is. Like, I pledge I am going to try my hardest, y'all. And if it don't pop, then it don't pop. But it ain't my fault.
That motherfucking song right there.
Yeah, that was my favorite song for the longest. That's always my favorite song until I come up with a new one.
That's my. I ain't gonna lie. That's probably my every my anthem keeps changing like depending on when I hear shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out my nigga Easy the General. I was rocking. He had my anthem song for a minute, probably the last 4 months maybe.
Right.
Till I heard that motherfucker.
Hey,
like I said, I'm in the gym 30 minutes.
We're in the top spot, and man, shout out to the top spot, man.
In my mind, I kept saying, cheers. In my mind, I kept saying, all right, this is the last time I'm gonna listen. And then I'm running it back again.
Run that shit back. Yeah.
To the point, I'm on a treadmill running now, everything. I ain't had no energy. I'm on a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
dog. Yeah, nah.
The pledge, real shit.
Nah, I played the pledge so much. Like, that is one of my favorite workout songs. Cause you on your last 5 and the pledge come on, you finna do another 5 at least.
Facts.
Yeah, you good.
Facts. Definitely like a boost of energy instantly.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely a boost of energy. So you said you working on a new project. Is there anybody specific you working with, or is this pretty much gonna be all you?
It's pretty much gonna be all me. I do got a singer that for the first time I got a girl singing on a song of mine. Typically, I always do my whole thing. I might get, a few other people that I know that rap. Like I say, I know people in Atlanta that do got punches and they got a more street sound to it. So You know, that way crossover get everybody working with everybody. But for the majority of it, yeah, it's probably just gonna be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me your top 5 dead or alive. Take it how you want it. 1 through 5, 5 through 3, whatever you want.
All right, cool. So I look. So I actually think about this a lot. I've thought about having this question asked to me a lot in interview setting. Everybody gonna see it. Don't hate me for this shit. And if you do hate it, I don't care.
Listen, I tell people all the time, your 5 is your 5. Everybody 5 is going to change. And one thing I love about hip hop is so fucking debatable. It like, I don't care who you are. We all can sit around and talk about hip hop forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so many artists, so many genres, so many styles, waves, whatever. So everybody, your 5 is your 5. So who you got?
All right. So my 5 is dependent on this. If all the music in the world got deleted today, and they told you can only bring back 5 artists total catalog, who are you bringing back?
That's a good way to think about it.
Record sales, none of that shit matters. What resonates to you? These are your top 5. Jay-Z, Drake, Kanye. Right now. That's when it gets interesting. Because I would probably go Wale.
Okay.
Wale, his catalog gets highly disrespected because of how people view him as an individual outside of rap. Fuck that. Listen to this man words.
I mean,
the same shit that they praise
Kanye in there. So I mean, what the fuck can I say about Wale?
Hey, look, and it's funny because people will still give Wale shit, but I feel like the same thing that they praise Kendrick for, they bash Wale, like, oh, he think he's so deep, or he think he's so smart. Nah, give him the same flowers that y'all give Kendrick.
Facts.
Because bar for bar, it ain't that much of a difference.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been saying for years, and people don't agree with me, Wale never should have signed with MMG. He should have found a different group. If he would have found a different company to be under, Wale would still be popping to this day.
Yeah, he wouldn't blew up. So yeah, Wale is at 4. And then I'm probably gonna go Eminem. It's really difficult for me to not put M in there, knowing the influence he had over my ability to rhyme and how to think outside the box of how to rhyme words. I may not like anything that he's done after Curtain Call, but you know,
well, you're still talking about what? What's that? 5, 6 albums? That's still a
4.
hell of a catalog to listen to.
Nah, it's you got Slim Shady, LP, Marshall Mathers, Eminem Show, Encore. Those are the 4. And by Encore, he was more goofy. But I still feel like to this day, Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP was the greatest mix of lyrical ability and political sarcasm.
Classic.
Yeah. Now you don't not really, and because of that, I can't not do it, even if I don't like what he's done after. I feel like lyrically he has went downhill.
Bitch, I'm gonna kill you.
Yes. Like back then, that Eminem, you didn't want to see that man. You didn't want to see that man. This one is not too many people I wouldn't put up against him. At this point in time, but you also got to remember, I also listen to them battle rap niggas. So the things that I was impressed with Eminem, that's a lower level G League battle rapper at this point.
So I feel like Biggie was the only person that was able to get on a song and outshine Eminem on that same song.
On that Dead Wrong?
Yeah, Biggie was the only one that was able to do it. Nobody else has done it. And you know, I like, people think I give Eminem shit because I won't put him in my top 5. I fuck with Eminem heavy, and I was one of the dudes in the beginning, like, yo, y'all not listening to the white boy, like,
yeah, what y'all doing? Like,
you know what I mean?
What y'all doing? I was on it.
Nice, man. I ain't listen to the white boy. No, white boy, nice. Then all of a sudden, niggas like, oh, you hear the white boy, and I'm like, I told you about the white boy 2 years ago. Fuck out of here.
Right. Now y'all on them now. Nah, you gotta listen to them. I used to battle with my friends about that shit all the time. Cause I would always have Eminem as the best rapper. They're like, bro, how do you relate to him? That's what everybody would say. Like,
See,
he's not relatable.
the thing is, here's the thing that motherfuckers don't understand. The same way you don't relate to Eminem, the same way how if you ain't a hustler, you don't relate to Jeezy. If you
Yeah,
ain't if you ain't in love, you don't relate to Drake. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like people want to go, people always want to use the argument of you got to relate to somebody, but nigga, you ain't never sold a drug in your life, and all you listen to is
it's
trap
trap
music.
music. Right.
That makes no sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You telling me you listening to the big timers, but nigga, you ain't never drove none of you ain't never seen none of the cars these niggas be talking about.
exactly.
But you fuck with these niggas. You
Yeah,
the number one
exactly.
stunner. You know what I mean? And you ain't
Yeah,
never seen none of these cars. Like,
you I think I'm guessing this is because I don't relate to it. Like I ain't never lived it, but I'm a strive for it. Because you can listen to Jeezy, ain't never sold a drug, but he talking about 35,000 on the watch. I don't care if I ain't sold no drug or not. I want to be like this nigga. So so instead of being the guy that's like, took her up to the highest diving board and tossed her down. Like, yeah. Lyrically you sound good, but I ain't really feeling what you saying.
mm-hmm.
But for me, because that's how I got in it. It was never about the song. It was about the punch. It was about even if they didn't have a punch, like listen to the combination of the words. That's what makes these 4 bars fire. Because that's how my brother broke it down to me when I first got into music.
To make a good artist, you got to study the shit that was before you.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't understand that. So when a lot of these younger artists keep saying, "Oh, I don't fuck with them old motherfuckers," ain't nobody listening to them motherfuckers. You got to listen to what they did to be better than what they did. You can't say you better than something you don't know about.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Eminem is one of them dudes where if you haven't went back, even if not the whole catalog, if you ain't go back and listen to a nice portion of his catalog, you can't sit here and tell me that you're doing something crazy.
Yeah.
From rhyme patterns, rhyme schemes, entendres, plays on words, like I don't care how you think about it, Eminem has done it all.
Yeah.
So you go back and listen to him and you say, "Oh shit, damn. Oh shit, damn." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
You start catching a bunch of shit. You start catching a bunch of shit that at that time nobody was doing that.
Facts.
So yeah, that's why I would have to put him in my top 5. I say Big Sean is an honorable mention at like 6.
Okay, I ain't mad. I mean, I ain't mad at that. I ain't outside of the Drake. I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean?
You're over Drake.
It's not that I don't fuck with him. I just can't listen to him but so much. Like if you give me like his first 3 albums, I could rock with. I mean, by the 3rd album, I wasn't really banging with him as heavy. But the first 3 albums I could rock with. The mixtapes early, I could rock with. I feel like to me, he just got too emotional. And I don't know. It's just he's not relatable. To me.
I'm about to say, man, you never been in love, bro.
See, that's not what I'm saying. It's like yeah, I'm fucking married, so of course I was in love. But it's like, damn, bro, like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, after a while, it's like, bro, like, do you got any fucking balls hanging from you? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, I think the fans itself kind of killed it for me with Drake because as an artist, I don't want to rehearse somebody else's words. Mm-hmm. And knowing that you are a ghostwriter and people saying, "Oh man, it don't matter if he a ghostwriter, he the best rapper alive." But then you got another motherfucker who don't use ghostwriters and you like, "Oh, he's fucking garbage." And he's at least in the runnings. If he's not better than him, he's at least in the runnings. You like, "Oh, he's trash." As an artist, it's a lot of motherfuckers don't understand. Back in the day, artists wasn't putting out an album every year because it takes a while to put an album together. It takes a while to regain words because you don't want to sound like the last album. But
Yeah.
when you got 5, 6 motherfuckers constantly writing for you, it's easy to constantly pump shit out because
Right.
it's not your thoughts. It's so you got 5 people coming up with thoughts for you.
Yeah.
It's easier to do it.
Yeah. I personally, the reason Drake can still be in my top 5 regardless of ghostwriting is because I feel like the songs that he's had ghostwriters on, they aren't the best songs in his catalog. Like
Listen, I'm not saying that Drake is trash. I feel like Drake's a better performer than he is a rapper.
Yeah, okay.
That's how I look at it. And that's
Okay.
not, to me, that's not a knock on him. I mean, he's
Right.
still one of the fucking biggest selling artists ever.
Right.
You can't never take that away from a motherfucker. It is what it is.
Yeah. Nah, for me, I've always just looked at it like, all right, cool. When everything dropped about the ghostwriting thing, they was talking about, 10 bands and 0 to 100, and they start posting all these songs and putting out the reference track. And my reply to it was always, okay, cool. Now show me the reference track to 6 p.m. in New York, his bars. Show me the reference track to 9 a.m. in Dallas, 5 a.m. in Toronto, 4 p.m. in Calabasas. Show me the ghostwriting, the reference track to back to back. You show me the reference track back to back, I'll take Drake out my top 5 because I feel like back to back was probably one of the best diss records.
Even if it never came out, I personally don't feel like he wrote back to back because it came out too fast.
You don't think so? I feel like he did because
nobody writes too crazy as back to back diss tracks that quick and record them. It's one thing to have written them, but to write them and record them that quick,
back to back.
Yeah, I feel like that one was written for him.
I'm gonna say the reason I feel like Drake wrote back to back is because of the snarkiness of the punches of the diss.
That's the exact reason why I don't think he wrote it, because you don't hear it. You hear Drake say shit, but you don't hear Drake say shit like that. Like Drake get personal when it comes to feelings. Drake don't get personal when it comes to beef.
But that's the thing. We had never seen Drake get personal about beef because that was his first beef. But with him being the emotional quote unquote rapper, it's easy for me to come up with a punch about how you would feel about a girl because I can put myself in them shoes. So I can say, is that a girl tour? Is that your girl tour or a world tour? Like I can say that shit. I can look at you and be like, bro, shout out to all my boss bitches, wife and niggas. Cause I can see how much bigger I'm cool with your girl. We actually talk. So I know little shit about you that she might put in the group chat.
Yeah.
So when you start hearing that and be like, bro, how you let a ghostwriter turn into a ghost, like all this type of shit, I'm like, nah, I can feel Drake in a regular conversation saying that shit to somebody. And the fact that it was just flowing easily on the bop beat.
It seemed a little too soft to say that shit to somebody's face. I see him doing it on music. I don't got him saying that shit to nobody's face. I don't know about that part.
Yeah, nah. Hey, look, man, it's certain people are just demonic with words. Like I feel Drake's energy when he be on certain shit. I know when you had help. Like I've listened to songs and be like, yeah, The Weeknd helps you with that. I know that shit for a fact. And there's certain songs I listen to Drake and from the punch, I'm like, that didn't come from anybody but you. And that's one of those late night, I done already shut the studio down and I'm laying in bed finna go to sleep, but my brain ain't turned off yet. And I got to jump back up and be like, oh shit, hold on, let me record this shit one time. All right, cool. Yeah, certain shit like that. So because I feel like that was supposed to be the image that I was originally going with, which is the hood's little brother. That's what I felt like Drake was when he first came out. He ain't in the street, but we'll send him to the store, but we're not finna send him home.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch out for him. We see you with a gun in your hand. Nigga, give me your fucking gun. You ain't, what the hell you doing? Go home and do your homework. That's what Drake was at first. So that was the image. Like I feel like our image kind of was the same. So I kind of related to him more. So it's easy for me to feel certain things about his lyrics and put him in the top 5. But I can't hate if somebody be like, no, the moment you get a ghostwriter, I can't put you in the greatest rappers. I can put you in the best artists.
Like I said, I don't. I mean, his title is his title. I'm never going to try to take that from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just believe that he's a better performer than a rapper. That's just me. You know what I mean? That's just, and that's more the artist side speaking than anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel the same about me. Like I'm more of a writer than a rapper, which is why it took so long for me to find my voice, and then I got to refine it and do all of that stuff. And I'm such a perfectionist. I come up with a song, record it, and then trash that whole shit the next day. I was hyped as hell when I was recording it and trash it because it's like, no, that just ain't it.
Man,
but I'm the only person that can rap my shit. So might as well throw me on stage.
I had one of my homies one day. He was like, yo, let me see your book. This is back when I used to write in a book. He said, yo, let me see your book. I said, bro, you'll never be able, nobody will ever be able to read my shit and spit it. It's impossible.
Yeah, nah, that's
he was like, what you mean? So he took my book and he started reading and he was trying to like say it. And he was like, how the fuck do you write like this? So I'm like, watch this. And I started spitting it. He was like, what the fuck? That shit don't even look like that. And I'm like,
yeah,
it is what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
like,
I want to write. I wouldn't mind writing for people because that's somewhat how I come up with the ideas of what I want to write about. Like I'll hear a beat and I might start thinking who would be the best rapper out right now to rap on this shit. That way I get a vibe and then I'll just overtake it with my own natural charisma and shit.
My rhyme pattern alone will not allow me to write for somebody else.
Yeah.
Like in order to, I give shout out and credit to every motherfucker that could write a verse for somebody else because everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
And a lot of motherfuckers believe, oh, anybody can be a ghostwriter. You a motherfucking lie. You basically writing a song through somebody else's eyes.
And you can't do that shit.
Everybody can't do that. So all you motherfuckers out there that's like, oh, I could write for anybody, cut that shit the fuck out. Just like a lot of motherfucking ghostwriters can't be good artists. That's one of the reasons why they're ghostwriters. Yeah. Everybody don't sound good on the mic. It's just that simple.
Or they ain't got the stage presence, or you might just not have the kind of charisma that make people want to buy your shit.
Facts. Yeah. Like people, a lot of non-artists don't understand that it's actually a lot to being an artist. It's more work than motherfuckers think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, when I listen to the pledge, like I can literally see before I saw the actual video of you performing that song with the band behind you, I can see your presence just from hearing the song.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that. And if you're not an artist, you probably wouldn't understand that because artists listen to songs differently than non-artists. A non-artist, it's just music. Whereas an artist, I'm listening to it and I'm like, all right, let me actually hear it. Let me not just listen. I want to actually hear it. When you hear it, you see it.
Not as real.
You know what I mean? And for all you artists out there, take that as a hint. When you writing your shit, write it to where we can see what you saying. Don't just write.
And
this sound cool together.
And that's why I say like I start writing. I started rapping it and recording it how I would perform it. So once I got that voice down, it was like, all right, cool. I got my performance voice. Now I just got to figure out what songs can I still record in that voice and what songs do I got to hit a more natural voice, a more calm voice, maybe sultry or maybe a little more raspy. Yep. Some songs I know for a fact I could only really sell it if I did it when I first woke up. So I got that slight raspiness into it. That way it just hit hard. Some songs like that.
Every song ain't the same, people. Stop thinking that you sound good on every beat. It don't fucking work like that.
You know,
it don't work.
I got a song right now, Crazy Punches. I hate playing it because the only way I could sell it is to do it in a higher pitch, almost like a thug, like Young Thug. And it's crazy punches. I got to figure out another way to get them punches out there because I'm not dropping that song. I'm not dropping that shit at all.
Hey, but
I might have to send it to Thug.
At least you smart enough to know it's a good song, but it's not good yet.
No,
because a lot of motherfuckers be like, "Oh, fuck that! I said some shit. I'm gonna just put it out there," and now nobody feeling it, but you didn't already put it out there, so you can't like, you know what I mean? Like it's out there now. It is what it is.
Yeah. Now, I got influences, inspirations, and influences. They're different in my head. For all things from who influenced the pen, who influenced me. I got people that influence me when it's time to record. Just I may not even be in the mood to, but just listening to them, now I gotta go record. Or the story that I got behind it. That shit might not even rap. I might listen to some country and then be like, you know what? I'm finna put together a story right now.
Wow.
And just boom, boom. And there you go.
You just pull an inspiration from everywhere. Listen, that's what's making you a good artist. You keep yourself well-rounded. And that's the shit that motherfuckers don't understand. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna wrap this joint up. Before we get out of here, what I wanted you to do is I want you to let everybody know where they can find you, what can they get from you, and what can they expect from you.
All right, so find me everywhere. Money Macc _No K. That's on my IG. You can find me on all platforms. Money Macc No K. What can you get from me? If you listen closely, you're gonna get some wisdom. Cause I like to drop some real life shit. I'm one of everybody's favorite people to talk to because I'm gonna give it to you live and direct. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that shit. It is what it is. But I'm also gonna teach you how to get around it. I know loopholes and certain shit. So if you listen closely, you're gonna get some wisdom. You might hear some shit that you can say in an argument with your girl later on. And then now she in the doghouse, nigga. She sleeping on the couch. Shit. Pay attention. Pay attention. What can you expect from me? I got a few more projects. I got so much shit in the vault that I'm getting to a point of fuck it, just release it. Perfectionist side is still like, before you release it, tweak it a little bit. But yeah, we got projects coming. I'm literally working on a summertime single that by the end of March, I want to get that out. That's the one that I'm gonna have somebody singing on for the first time. We're gonna get y'all some nostalgic vibes with that one. Okay. Yeah, just more activity, especially more than what I gave all of last year. All of last year was a letdown for me. For everything that I built up 2021, early 2022, for me to not have capitalized on that, like the way Cakewalk was, I had a dance challenge that went global. It was people over in Africa like sending shit to me, and I did like a whole giveaway to it. And for me not to capitalize on that, that was a bad move.
Well, you've been there and you know how to get back now.
Yeah, that's it. You know how to get back, and now I know how to maneuver certain things, make sure I got a proper team around me. I ain't had no team to really help or give me advice. Like I said, I'm the talent. I don't know as much about the music business. I know business, but politicking and doing all of that and learning which palms to grease and which ones to stay away, I don't know all that yet. So I'm still learning all that. But once I get that down,
hey, and anybody out there, if you managing music and you want a good artist, not just an artist, a good artist.
Look, and
don't hit them up on no slime ball shit, motherfuckers.
Nah, and I'm gonna show up. You ain't gotta worry about me pulling a no-show. I'm gonna let you know if anything. Ain't gonna be no no-show. Business. I'm Chick-fil-A out here in these streets. You ain't never seen better business than this.
I hear that shit. Definitely hear that shit, man. But listen, y'all know what it is. I done told you motherfuckers when we started this shit. And y'all know I don't even like the new wave of fucking music. But this nigga giving me the new wave mixed with the 90s, some down south mixed with an East Coast, with a motherfucking West Coast voice. That's the shit that's fucking me up.
Yeah.
The nigga got a West Coast voice, an East Coast flow, and he from the fucking South. How the fuck did this shit happen?
Hey, look, bro, I'm an anomaly.
Yo, you really yo.
And that's probably why they just stare at me when I get up on stage. They be like, all right, nigga, you clearly not supposed to be at open mics.
I can imagine myself in the crowd like, yo, what the fuck did just happen right here? Like, what the fuck just happened?
That's how
like,
I be. That's
like I just listened to that nigga, and then you got this nigga on the stage. Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, why you ain't just replace that nigga and just let him just go the whole time for all that?
Nah, they don't. Nah, it ain't never like that, bro. They just, I don't know. They gonna get used to it though. Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop shoving it in their face. Somebody gonna see it, and I don't know who. I got a feeling it's gonna be T.I. that's gonna see it though. Y'all mark down this video. Yeah. If it's somebody else, it is. But I'm almost certain Tip gonna be the one that's gonna see it, and then it's gonna go.
Crazy part is, I can hear you and Tip fucking some shit up.
Yeah,
I can hear that.
If you listen to Ralph Lauren snipples, everybody say, bro, I can hear T.I. on like a remix of this shit. This is definitely some T.I. shit to have him bring it back to trap music King album.
Yeah. Damn, you just fucked me up with that one, son.
Nah, we here. It's gonna happen. I didn't dreamt it up before. Twice, actually.
Hey.
So it's gonna happen.
I tell motherfuckers all the time, man, once you say it out loud, you gotta make it happen. So you already know what it is now.
Yeah.
You just said it out loud, so you gotta make that shit happen now.
And
when you do, I'm gonna be right here like, yeah.
Yeah, I already knew him. Y'all late to the party. The same way y'all were with Eminem. Y'all late to the party.
Facts.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Appreciate that.
Macc No K in the motherfucking building. Make sure y'all go check him out. Get this nigga 1,000 motherfucking streams on every song he got on whatever platform you listening on, and stop fucking playing with the boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All on the table, baby.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror like, what do you see? I see a royal man, I see a king. I see a lion, the heart of a beast. Bitch, I'm a beast. Bitch, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a problem. Bitch, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, chupacabra, nigga. I do it for me. All of the dollars, all of the problems, all of my partners. I do it for real. I do it for Cootie. I'm gonna eat. All my niggas included, yeah. Look in the mirror like, what do you see? I see a royal man, I see a king. I see a lion, the heart of a beast. Bitch, I'm a beast. Bitch, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a problem. Bitch, I'm a dog, chupacabra. No more top ramen is authentic pasta. No more top ramen is organic pasta. Papa, don't worry, I promise I got them. The hoes ain't a problem. And mama, don't worry about niggas that watch you. I got the eye of the tiger, the eye of Osiris. I swear on my niggas, they riding. I got a queen with the eye of a sniper. I got a legacy, I got a minor. I gotta flip it like I ain't decided. I gotta drip it like I am Poseidon. I be the model that follow for dollar and sport. Like Ali Obama, a prince in the bottle, of course. You know what I mean? I'm robbing my side, she's some in the blue, right out of my jeans. Need whatever I want, whatever I see, I do it for me. All of the dollars, all of the problems, all of my partners. I do it for me. I do it for Cootie. I'm gonna eat. All my niggas included. Look in the mirror and what do you see? I see all of me a pair. Baby mama in my head, daughter to the left, father of the year. I see bitches by the pool. I see bottles on the pair, all the Belvedere spilling on my shoes. Fuck it, I don't even care, I don't even care. Tell me what the ticket like. Fuck it, I don't even flinch, I don't need to flinch, I don't even flinch. I be on your neck, I be on your head. Big dog with it, I be on the fence. I be on the fence. Shawty in the bed, sloppy head or tail, call it in the air. I don't see me taking nails though. That shit not up in the plan. All the trouble in the skies. I can see it with my eyes closed. No one faking friend from a shaking hand. I can feel it in the vibe though. Probably scheming on the side though. Probably scheming on the side, slide, Wi-Fi, finger slide though. Woo. Don't let it get back to me, nigga. Changing your color, my brother, you lacking the melanin and you lacking the energy. I'm pushing the needle, my circle get tight as a thimble, I never forget them. If money's the root that'll turn me to villain, you better remember I do it for me.